Cause right now I really feel I am flying, releasing my troubles. And although you're so far, I really feel we're...
Well, hello my friends. I hope you are finding yourselves well today. So if you've been around my channel even for a little bit, you know that I am constantly working on projects. I am forever looking for ways that I can make our home unique, make it reflect what our family is all about. No matter which projects I am currently working on, you can rest assured that I will always be working on either a knitting and or a crochet project. I have currently been doing a little bit more crochet than knitting, and part of that crochet has been sort of motifs. And as I was kind of creating these and coming up with them, I thought, how cool would it be to make a curtain? I was getting tired of the curtain that I had made inside of the furniture piece, and I had just taken it down. And while making one of these motifs, I thought one of them in place of the curtains that I had just taken down. So that's actually what we're going to be doing right now. Let's go ahead and get to work on that. I find that when I'm making crochet motifs or even crochet tops, I reach for a heavier weight cotton yarn. This one's by Lang. I would be more than happy to link it, but unfortunately they don't make it anymore. I was so sad when I found out that it was discontinued, but I always, if it's not this one, it is another type of cotton yarn. I just find that I really like the way that it hangs. I feel like it represents whatever image I'm trying to portray best. But anyways, for this project, I'm basically going to chain across the length of one of the doors and write it down as I go, because we are going to be multiplying this project by 2 as there are 2 doors. And I really don't have a pattern in mind. I'm kind of just making it up as I go. So it should be interesting to see how this all turns out. So.
Chin up, babe, tomorrow's a new year, little darling. Old Lane signing all the other cheers. In the moment feels just like you're here, little darling. Write your resolutions without fear, or leave them on the floor. Go and open a new door. Just keep blindly facing forward. Sun's the hottest at its core, and I warned you I get bored. There's too much to be explored, things that we cannot ignore. Drop the ball and be restored.
Man, we got all kinds of ones.
So the garden this year has really gotten me inspired as far as what to make in the kitchen. And honestly, our garden has taken off to a very slow start. It's hard to complain about this, but before this week, it probably had only gotten to the 80s a couple times. And so that said, our garden is slowly coming into fruition, but nevertheless, it is. I don't know about y'all, but our family tends to get in a serious rut when it comes to recipes. We've had quite a few poblano peppers that are ready, and it made me remember one of the recipes that my nanny always used to make, and that was stuffed poblano peppers. And so I thought that we could conjure up some of those nostalgic feelings, and I could share a similar recipe with you that she used to make for me. Now, we don't have enough poblanos for our 6-person family to eat, so I am substituting some of them for ones that we got at our local grocery store, but we are also going to be using other pieces that we have picked from the garden. Lots of fresh goodies, but anyways, if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get that started. Okay, so Blake said that he was up in the garden and there are some more poblanos, so we're going to go ahead and pick those because what we have right now is not enough to feed our very hungry kiddos. So let's go up to the garden and grab some more. You want to go garden? Come on. So I wanted to show you this view so you could see how tall our giant sunflower is getting. Absolutely insane, and I can see it's starting to bloom. I can't wait to see how big the actual head is going to be. Our cilantro is unfortunately trying extremely hard to go to seed. I keep pulling it, hoping that it stops, but it just keeps going. I forgot to mention that before you put them into the oven, you want to de-seed them and remove all of the membrane. Now, there are a couple ways that you can do this. I remember my nanny used to set them upright. She would set the larger part at the bottom and do it that way. How we remove the seeds and the membrane is we cut them in half and then just kind of slice your knife around where the seeds and membrane are, and the stem will pop right off. And then you've got yourself a little bowl to add all of your goodies. Make sure all the seeds are removed and just repeat. If you're growing your own poblano peppers, I'm sure you know this, that if you want to have heirloom peppers, all you need to do is make sure that your peppers are completely ripe on the vine. You want them to actually become a bit wrinkly, and then you can cut them open, scrape out all of those peppers, let them dry. It takes usually a few days for them to be completely dry, out of the sun as well. And when the time comes to plant poblanos in the spring, you've got yourself some heirloom peppers. But yep, so you just continue to do this until you've got them all de-seeded and the membrane completely out, and then pop them in the oven at 350 for about 10 minutes.
Sunlight dances on the balcony as I wait for thee to come home. I fumble my words, yeah, my mind's a mess when you're in that dress. Glad you're home. Will you stay with me and never leave? You walked into my life and I am glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around, I've been broken. Glad you came, glad you came. I was lost till I fell in your eyes. Had me
garden is slowly blooming. Make it more, make it more recipes and like
Glad you came. I'm glad you